back to another vlog. So this vlog, I'm just going to take you throughout my next few days, but we are using a brand new camera. If you saw my last vlog, then you know I purchased the Insta360 Luna Ultra. So we're going to be going throughout my next 2 days. I'll show you guys a comparison of the vlog camera that I've been using, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 versus this camera, and we'll kind of talk about the picture quality, the video quality, the features, and all of that while we're going throughout, again, my next couple of days. I'm so excited. This camera is ultra portable, just like the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's a little bigger, but it is ultra portable, and I've been loving using it. I haven't used it too much yet. I've only had it for a couple of days, but again, we're gonna go out throughout my next few days and just give this camera a good run through, and this just might become my new vlogging camera, y'all, because I'm already loving the picture quality. But enough about that. We'll talk more about that later. Mark and I are actually headed to lunch. We're just gonna go grab some lunch at Chick-fil-A and go back home and get back to work. It is Wednesday, June 17th. Last night we had the best night. I couldn't do any filming because they locked your phone up, but we went to see Dave Chappelle, and if you don't know, I love me some Dave Chappelle. He is probably my favorite comedian. I think he's my absolute favorite comedian. Dave Chappelle will crack you up, but also give you a little history lesson. He's such a great storyteller, and I love Dave Chappelle. He's like the perfect definition of F it, I'm gonna do what I want. I don't care what y'all say about it, I'm gonna do what I want. And yeah, so we went to go see Dave Chappelle last night. The Clips came out, so there was like a whole Clips concert in the middle of it. They performed for like 30 minutes, and then Donnell Rawlings came as well, and so he came with them, or with Dave Chappelle, and then there were like 2 other opening comedians, and it was just such a good show. It was such a good show, such a good time. We got last minute tickets from my cousin. She was selling them. We was like, fuck it, let's grab them. And we just had such a good freaking time. Like, I feel like I have been either pregnant or I've had a small child, like 5 and under, for our entire marriage, y'all. And we've been married for 14 years. In September, it'll be 14 years. And I've had a small child or been pregnant our entire marriage. Like, I was 5 months pregnant during our first, like on our first anniversary. So I feel like life is just, we're enjoying life a little more in this stage, not having small children. It's super different, but just not having small children and being able to like be like, y'all can stay home for a few hours, y'all good. Y'all can stay home for a couple hours, like even when the big one isn't there and there's just the 12-year-old, the 11-year-old, the 6-year-old, like they can stay home for a couple of hours, right? We're not leaving them overnight or anything, but or all day, but they can stay home for a few hours by themselves. And so having that freedom now has just been, it's been kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So yeah, that's what we did last night. But anyway, we're just gonna grab some Chick-fil-A, head home, and like I said, I just want to grab like some shots with this camera to see how it compares to the other, and we'll chat about it. I already love the color. Mind your business. Y'all in my business, always in my business.
Because your business usually includes...
Always in my business. Your business
usually includes our money.
Well, I bought this with my own money. Thank you.
Your business usually includes our money.
You're always in my business. But yeah, this is also the audio straight out of the camera. I do have the Insta360 microphone coming today, so we'll test that out too. But this is the audio straight out of the camera. So how does that sound? To do this little comparison. We're outside. I'm just sitting here about to eat our food. So y'all, here we are outside, phone or picture straight out of the cameras. I'm sitting here about to eat my food. Which one do you think is which? Which one do you think? I'm gonna let you guess, and I'll put it on the screen. This is the audio straight out of the camera, out of both cameras, so I'd like to see which one is better. This is the audio straight out of both cameras, and I'll keep switching them out so you guys can get a visual on which is which, and you tell me which one you think is better.
I can't even tell that this was two different.
You can't at all, especially on this side. You can't tell at all.
Like this, you couldn't even. It's funny. Like I don't even feel like you can see like that. This used to be. I can't even see that it used to be.
Yeah.
This piano shape. Which one you ate out of?
The top one. I just got
What's
one.
the top? Huh?
The top nugget.
I
said the top one.
I don't know what the top one means.
There's one on the top, one on the
okay.
bottom. I've been working for the last few hours, and now I'm just trying to clean up this room behind me. It's still a mess from the party that we had this weekend. Y'all know, I don't like how dark we are. Maybe it's not dark. Maybe it's just dark in here. But yeah, it's still a mess from the party we had this weekend. It was my son's graduation party, so we had that this weekend, and my house is still not put together. The cleaning people coming Friday, so I gotta get some kind of something going on, and it's a mess, y'all. So I'm like started cleaning up. I also need to take Morgan to Old Navy, and I need to cook dinner. But either way, I started cleaning up, and my new microphone came. So this is the new Insta360 Mic Pro. And so it has like this screen here that you can change the image. So if you have like a company logo or something like that, you can change the image and put that on the screen as it's like sitting on your clothes. So kind of cool. But I wanted to see how it worked with this camera. So I don't know how to use this, y'all. Is that a sticker? I don't know. I'll probably have to, I'm assuming I'm going to have to, hold on. Y'all, we're doing a little more testing. We're in the car, headed to Old Navy. My kids need shorts. Neither of them got shorts. So we got to get them some new shorts. I'm also testing the mic. I had to connect it and update the firmware and everything. So I did that. I'm testing out the mic. So let me know how much better, hopefully, how much better the audio is than just straight out of the camera. Definitely wanting to see how that goes. Oh, it's hot in here. Today was, y'all, when people at work they be testing me for real. They be testing me for real. I don't know. Sometimes
It's a good phone.
that's fine. And the tags were on all of them, right?
Yep.
All right. I gotta exchange some shorts that she can't wear. But yeah, like I don't know, sometimes I just be like, I'm human too, right? And my patience, I'm like, my patience, is running a bit thin. Like she's running a bit thin, and you get mad at me about stuff I ain't even did. I ain't said, just stuff in the trunk. You get mad about me about stuff I'm trying to help you with, and I ain't said nothing. And like, it's kind of like when people get mad at customer service folks. Like, them people ain't did nothing to you. They can't, most of the time, they're not even in a position to help you out. Like, I am in a position to help them, but most of the time, the people ain't even in a position to help you out. Why are you snapping on the customer service folks? Like, it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, don't snap at me when I'm just trying to help you. You call me. If you ain't want to talk to me, then you shouldn't have called me, but you call me. So sometimes I talk to people and I just have to like calm down and be like, all right, girl, I get it. I'm going to cook dinner. Like, I get it. You got a lot going on. You're upset about something. Something happened. I understand. And I want to help you through it. I genuinely want to help you through it. But baby, you snap at me one more time, we're going to have a problem. Okay? We're going to have a problem. Because they don't pay me to be disrespected, and you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. We will end this call until you're having a better day. And then I'll talk to you later when you're having a better day. I have done that several times. Hey, you can't keep your cool? That's cool. Maybe we just need to wait until you're having a better day. And when you do, you make sure to reach out and I'll be here to help you. I've told several people that. I don't play that. We'll just park here. I will say I am noticing a difference in the picture quality. I think the picture quality is really, really good. I also can't wait to play with this screen to see what else we can put on it. But yeah, I think the picture quality is really good with this camera. It's definitely looking better than my Osmo Pocket straight out of the camera. The Osmo Pocket does something weird with the colors that I don't like. It's like not quite right. And I do have my LUTs that I use on it, but it's still just a little off. Like, this is great color coming straight out of the camera. And like, it's vibrant. It's clear. It just looks so good. So yeah, there's that. Let's go see if we can find these kids some shorts. There you go. Chicken almost done. I bet tomorrow told him.
Bye.
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 Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about these cameras to end this little kind of camera comparison slash vlog. I don't know what this video was, but I was really anxious to try out the Insta360 Luna. I am on my Canon camera right now, so I am not filming with either my DJI Pocket 3 or my Insta360. So I have so many thoughts. I've been testing them out for the last, well, this one out for the last few days. And so I just have so many thoughts that I want to share with you guys. I am a regular girl, right? I like to film my life. Clearly, I'm a content creator, but at the same time, I'm not like super techie. So everything I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you from a regular person lens. Of course, I also have a little bit of a content creator lens in there. And then I have children and I like to film my children and I like to film our family events just to have those. So I probably have maybe a tad bit more camera knowledge than the average person, but really not that much, right? I just know what I like. I know how I like my videos to look and I know what works. So this video was me really testing out the Insta360 Luna Ultra, and y'all know my Osmo Pocket 3. If you are a content creator, or I don't know, unless you've just been living under a rock, you know anything about cameras, you've heard people talk about the Osmo Pocket 3. It is the best portable camera on the market. It is so tiny. The form factor is so amazing. So for all of my girls, my shy vloggers, my girls who just need a camera that's small to capture footage, like this is your girl, right? So this has been my girl for the last over a year now, I think. I also had the Pocket. I had the Pocket 1 and the Pocket 2. So I had both of them, and then I upgraded to the Pocket 3, and this has by far been glued to my hand. All the vlogs that you see me do, for the most part, are filmed on my Pocket 3 and have been for the last year. There may be a few here and there that are different, but most of them have been filmed on the Pocket 3. So that being said, of course, when Insta360 came out with the Ultra Luna, I was like, you know, obviously that looks really familiar, like a camera that I already own, and I want to see what Insta360 is doing. I've had a couple Insta360 cameras. I still have one. Actually really like them. But this one just looked like it was on another level. So I ended up picking it up from Amazon, and that's how we got here. Now, I want to go through some of the differences in the cameras, what you guys have probably noticed, and then some things maybe you did not notice. So if you're thinking about getting another camera, that's cool. I also want to say that this probably is not the best camera to compare this one to, because DJI did come out with an Osmo Pocket 4, and I heard they're coming out with a 4 Pro, which is also going to have this dual lens that I'm going to show you. But DJI is also not able to be shipped to the US at the moment. So I don't know if you're in the US, I don't know if you're going to be able to ever get your hands on the Pocket 4 or the Pocket 4 Pro. So if you already have the Pocket 3, like, this is, you know, this is what you're going to have to compare this to, right? So look at the form factor already. These are both really small cameras, but as you can see, the Luna is actually a little bigger. And I do have on, let me see, for both of these, I have on the little tripod bottom. So this is the actual size of both cameras. So the Osmo Pocket 3 is a little bit smaller. It's a little less tall, and it's also a little lighter, but just by a little bit. This is still a very small form factor, a very pocket sized camera. Both of them work pretty much the same. So if you just like flip the screens, they both pretty much work the same. So if you see both of these, the biggest difference is how the lens looks. This has a dual lens, so it allows for more zooming. This one only has a single lens, and the zoom isn't that great. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, that's the biggest difference, is really the form factor and the size and weight of the cameras. Now, like I already mentioned, DJI is really tough to, well, impossible really right now to get in the US. So if you live outside of the US, you can get your hands, if you like the DJI cameras and you're already in that family, you can get your hands on the DJI Pocket 4. If you are not, and you're like, I would like an upgraded camera that kind of looks like this, the Insta360 Luna is here and available for us in the US. As far as pricing goes, I'm looking right now. So I spent $769 on this camera right here, $769 US dollars, okay? And you can get the DJI Pocket 3 for $419 at Best Buy or Target. They have it, and you can get that for $419. So if you're like, I've been looking at the Pocket 3, the footage looks great, that's what I want to use, you do have an option, and this would run you almost $400 cheaper at the moment. But again, this isn't the most current camera in this line, so you gotta like keep that in mind. But if you're like, I don't need the most current camera, then for the price difference, I think the Pocket 3 is still definitely your girl. Like, I know I'm doing this review on the Insta360, but I also love DJI, their products, and the Pocket 3. Now for picture quality, I've done some picture quality testing, and I have been enjoying the Luna's picture quality straight out of the camera. They have different filters that you can use. You can also color grade the footage, and both of these cameras, the DJI and the Insta360, you can film both in a log profile. So that just basically is a very, very flat color profile. And what that means is then you can go back in post-production and color grade the way you want to. And it kind of gives you continuity among all of your footage and more options in post-production. So say I'm filming with this camera, I'm filming with my Pocket 3, I'm filming with, I don't know, this Canon this Canon camera, if I film all of them in log, then I can go back and color grade exactly how I want so they all look uniform and you can't tell when I'm switching cameras. So that's kind of what log footage is for. I film a lot of my videos on my DJIs in log, especially on the Pocket 3, because I don't love how the color comes out directly from the actual camera. I just don't love it. The Luna, I've had no problem with how the color comes straight out of the camera. It looks great. The colors look very rich and saturated where it should be, contrasting where it should be. And I think that is a plus, big plus from this camera, that I like the color straight out of the camera. So if you don't want to shoot log, you don't have to shoot log, and you can shoot it just in the regular color profile and be happy with the footage that comes out. The Luna also films up to 8K 30 frames per second, whereas the DJI Osmo Pocket shoots up to 4K 60 frames per second. So will you need to shoot everything in 8K? Do you need to shoot everything in 8K? I don't think so. I think as a regular person using the camera, I don't know if a regular person is going to tell the difference between the 4K and the 8K, but if you want that quality, then it's definitely there. And then another one of the big reasons why I really wanted this camera was because the actual screen pops off. Is that not everything? So the camera is still filming me, but what I can do is I can still watch myself on the screen. So I can have this camera mounted, I don't know, somewhere a little further away from me, and I can be like back there and still see if I'm in frame, see what I'm doing, all of that. So when I'm vlogging and I'm not right up on the camera, I can like keep this remote with me and just see how it's looking, you know what I mean? So that's a really good thing about this screen. Another good thing is that this turns into a microphone. So yes, if I am, again, have the camera mounted over here, I'm all the way back there, I can be like talking to you guys and you'll be able to hear me because this turns into a microphone. So not only is it a screen, it's also a remote control where I can zoom in, I can start and stop recording. So it is just the whole front of the camera comes off and you get that nifty little feature, which I think is such a cool little feature. And then it just pops back on super easy. I think that is the coolest feature, probably my favorite feature of the camera. And how much I'll use it, I don't know. I've used it a couple times over the last few days, but how much I use it, we'll just have to see. But I love me a gadget, honey, and that that meets that criteria for me. All right, speaking of audio, there are audio options for this camera. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I Googled and I thought it said that the DJI mics were compatible with the Insta360. So I have the mic 2 and I also have the mic mini, but they also have a DJI mic 3 out. I thought they said those mics were comparable with the Luna. I tried to pair them and they weren't. Well, I tried to pair one of my minis and it just wasn't working for me, so I just gave up. I'm gonna play with it again soon, but I thought when I Googled it, it said the DJI mics worked. So if you already have DJI mics, then you can, hopefully you can use them with the Luna. I'll put an update right here for that. Now, if you don't have any mics and you want an external mic source, not the audio that comes out of the camera, I showed you guys already. Insta360 has their own mics. They have a Mic Air, and then they also have this Mic Pro. This is the one I unboxed yesterday. I told you this screen changes, so it's not like this yellow Insta360 logo. You can change it to whatever logo you want, which is actually really cool. You can make it all black so that no one can, hopefully it blends in. If you're on a black shirt, it'll blend in a little better. And I really like this mic. The audio quality was really good. I listened back to some of that footage yesterday. The audio quality sounded really good. And I just think it's a nice mic. It is a bigger form factor than the DJI Mic Mini, which is what I usually use with my my Pocket 3. However, I just wanted to try the mic that like pairs with the camera well. This pairs really well via Bluetooth, so you have no problems there. And again, Insta360 does have a cheaper option, the Insta360 Air, if you want to go that route also. So many different audio options. You have the detachable screen, you can use an external mic, you can use the audio straight out of the camera. I don't think you can go wrong with either one, but if you want the most crisp audio, I always recommend using an external mic. Now, something that the Pocket 3 does not have that the Insta360 camera has is internal storage. So this comes with 47 gigs of internal storage. Do you know how many times I have left the house intending to vlog and realized I forgot my SD card? So many times I have left the house with my camera, my microphone ready to go, ready to vlog out in the wild, and have no SD card. So you don't need an SD card with this, which I would always keep one in there. However, if I forget, there's 47 gigs of internal storage in here, and which means that you don't need an SD card. If you just have a few clips to film while you're out, you don't need an SD card. It'll internally be saved to the device, and then you can grab it from the app, which is really nice. And all of my, let me see, my DJI Osmo Nano, as well as my DJI Osmo Action 6, both of those have internal storage built in. The Pocket 3 does not. Pocket 3 did come out before those cameras, so maybe that's something that they're going to add into the Pocket 4 Pro. But from the specs that I've heard about the DJI Pocket 4, that also does not have internal storage. So I think internal storage is a game changer. 47 gigs isn't that much, but it is enough to film whatever you need to film while you're out and come home, offload the footage, and then remember to put your SD card back in. This camera has better zoom than the Pocket 3. So the Pocket 3 has, if you're using it in 4K, it has a zoom, like a 2x zoom. This one has up to 12x zoom. I did a lot of testing that yesterday when I was outside. The 12x zoom is so good, and the footage still looks good, baby. Sometimes when you zoom all the way in, the footage doesn't look that good. The footage still looks pretty good at 12x zoom. And the fact that you can even get 12x zoom and get some of those really up close and personal shots are really, really, really nice. So definitely have been enjoying that on here. And it has a little button here, so the zoom is really smooth. So you just push this button up and it zooms in. And like I said, I did give you guys a little example of that while I was out yesterday. Last but not least, this just has a larger battery. So the larger the battery, obviously depending on the settings that you're using and all the different features, usually the larger the battery, the more time this is going to last when you're using it one for one. Okay, so this one does have a larger battery, but again, it has a larger form factor. So you got to take the good with the bad. So all in all, I am super impressed with the Insta360 Ultra Luna. I fear that this is going to be the camera that I'm going to be walking around with for a while. Like I really want to get my hands, just because I love DJI products, I really want to get my hands on the Pocket 4 Pro. When that comes out, we'll see if I end up getting it, but there's going to have to be like a trip to Canada or something to go see if I can grab it. But I am so impressed with this Insta360, and I mean, obviously they've had like 3 years to take whatever's missing off of this camera and add it to this one, and I think they've really done that. So if you're just in the market for a pocket camera and you got an extra $800 laying around, I think this one is such a great buy. And I would totally, all things considered, if let's say these were the same price, I would totally buy the Luna over the Pocket 3. But if you're like, you know what, again, the latest and greatest doesn't mean that much to me. I want something that is high quality, that's gonna film my day-to-day, my family, help me vlog, be really small. I still think the Pocket 3 is such a great deal, especially now that the Pocket 4 has come out and you can get this for $400. So you guys let me know what you think if you've tried this camera. Let me know if you like these types of review videos. Like I said, I try to kind of sprinkle in some vlogging in there as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it was helpful for you if you're in the market for any one of these cameras. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.